All right, so for my project, I chose to make the simple programming language. Just a quick introduction. It's a general purpose language interpreted by pure Python, not using text. And I would also use certain elements from Python, like easily typing, being readable and writable, but then also from Java, it incorporates the aspect of curly braces for scope. And now this is obviously object-oriented, it's dynamically typed, and then also comes with function for general loops, data types, lists, classes, and then functions as well. Now just some quick favorite features of the easy for loop syntax. All you have to do is for I from A to B. You can use variables to bound it, or you can just do for I from 0 to 5 if you want to bind it that way. And then also you can see the print statements here, just like Python. And now you can choose to be verbose or concise. This could be very helpful for people first learning how to program. They don't know what equals equals is. You can just write if x equals 5, or you can choose to write if x equals 5. Now also built into Simple is very strong support for lists. So you can see here we're declaring list, my list, and then you have all these built-in functions to append, size, remove, get. And then moving on to the function syntax, all you need to do is write func, and then this will be the name of your function, and then the using keyword will indicate the parameters are going to come right after it. Now these can just be in a comma-separated list. And then moving on to example programs, I think instead of showing you these, I'm just going to show you them directly in VS Code. We can start down here with kind of the beginning of the main recursive interpreter function. As you can see, we pass in like the lines from the file, we have our var map, and then obviously our start index. And now down here, we're gonna start with like the if statements for if line starts with class, we have this certain regex sequence, and then if it's not a match, we're gonna print a certain error. And now just coming back up here to functions, you can see this would be just right below this class one. If line starts with func, right? We're gonna have the regex and then handle the error if it's not matched correctly. And then obviously we're gonna pull in the parameters, store those, and then we're gonna have function body and the function block index. We're actually gonna use the get block method that I have. You can kind of see that defined over here. This is basically the way that we handle scope as well as collect certain blocks that are scoped in for our function, get the certain sections, and then we'll store those sections into this functions user dictionary basically, which is keyed with the function name, and then the values will be the parameters of that function, and then that function's body, which is grabbed using the get block method. Okay, so now we're going to move into VS Code here just to show a few examples. All right, just to quickly go over a few programs actually written in Simple. Now basically just typing Simple in my command line, you can just get Simple file note Simple. So it's actually installed in my global scope, just the interpreter for Simple. And now you can see this is how we get input. We have a get input function. I'm just going to run this real quick. All right, how many times do I want to print in the world? So that's just a little demonstration of the getting input. Now we can see the classes we have here. You can set public variables. You can set functions dedicated for the class person. We can instantiate here, new person, setting the variables to strings here, and then we can also just call the method just like this. So I'll give a little demonstration of that. All right, there you go. All right, and then just to conclude my presentation, just a little brief overview of what my website looks like. You can find it at iankarskaden.github.io. And now my favorite thing about this website is you can actually download the zip file directly. That includes the interpreter, the setup.py file, and all of that stuff. And all you need to do is just cd into the directory where the setup.py file is, run pip install dot, and then you will just have access to interpreting simple files just by simply typing simple and then the file name .simple in your terminal. Thank you.